I think there's probably surprise. This was a group and decided to draw that the defending two-time champions, United States, were on, and most people expected they would make the semi-final at least. But Sweden knocked them out in the penalty shootout in the last 16. Spain have come through as well. Spain have been doing a lot of scoring 2 goals, 3 goals. They had a very good win over the Netherlands in the quarter-final. Sweden had a good win over the Japan in the quarter-final. So, what are your thoughts on this semi-final?
Very, very. It's going to be a very, very close game. I anticipate a very, very close game. I think Sweden that 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 was a big victory for them in the game against the USA. It was 0-0. Now, I know that USA had countless chances. Sweden couldn't really get a foothold in the game. They defended an awful lot. Their goalkeeper made some very good saves, and they sort of hung on for penalties, to be quite honest with you. But in the penalty shootout, they're the ones that held the nerve. I mean, USA, I think, hit 2 or 3 more over the bar. It was
Yeah.
the funny of the penalty shootout at the start was very good, but then it just went desperate after a while. After a while, there was a few of them hit the post, a few of them blazed over the bar. But Sweden held their nerve. It was a very, I don't know if you saw it, Paul, but the penalty that decided it was goalkeeper sort of saved it, and she thought she had it flicked out over the line, but on the replay, the VAR, it's just over the line. And but to the naked eye in the normal replay, I think it is over the line. But it looked a bit closer for me, on the VAR one.
Yeah.
But having said that, Sweden, they won the penalty shot. They deserved this. And they played very well against Japan. Now, a lot of people felt Japan was scoring a lot of goals like Spain were. And it was Sweden that took the game to them, and they won. They were winning 2-0 up until the 87 minute. Now, to be fair, Japan really had numerous chances in that game as well. But Sweden held out. Spain have been, I think, their surprise package in this stuff because they've been scoring a lot of goals. I think they got hammered against Japan, funny enough, in the last group game, but they're
Yeah.
already through.
They're already
But
qualified.
they're already qualified. They hammered Switzerland 5-1. And to be honest with you, I didn't really see them beat Netherlands, but fair play to them. They beat the Netherlands 2-1. I think
And
they went
sorry, no,
1-0
just to
up.
cut across you, just for context, the Netherlands got to the final 4 years ago against the United
Yeah.
States, and the Netherlands were in the same group as the United States, and they drew 0-0, but they held their own against the US in the group game. It wasn't one-sided game; it was a real close game.
Oh,
So the Netherlands are the top team.
that's for sure, Paul. That's for sure. And I think the Netherlands were aiming to get back to the World Cup final again because, as you said, they were there 4 years ago. They've been unlucky in the
Yeah.
final in 2019. But I think I think Spain they've been going very, very nicely now, scoring a lot of goals. I think for the purists, I think a lot of people are hoping Spain will get through. But I think Sweden they defend very, very well. They can play some very good football. We had them in the qualifying group, and I think it's unfair to say that Sweden are always a defensive team. I think they're very good defensively and they can attack very well. I don't see how good management, good coaching, good tactics can be seen as purely defensive. I don't think they were. I think they were very, very good against Japan. Now in the second half maybe they fell a little bit back, but they were 2-0 up. They didn't really have to go chasing any more
Yeah.
goals. And Japan are a very good side, to be fair, as well.
Yeah,
So
was it Japan? Sorry, no, Japan are former winners. I know it's a good 2 years ago, but
yeah,
Japan are always competitive every World Cup with that.
that's for sure. And there's going to be a new name on the cup now because Spain or Sweden haven't won it, or England and Australia haven't won it. So there's going to be a new name on the cup, and I think this is going to be a really tight, tense game. I I do think though, with the experience, no, Sweden have played a lot of tournaments. They've gone far in a lot of them as well. I do think I have a sneaky feeling that Sweden might just edge it. I think they'll be able to keep Spain at bay. Spain won't have as many chances in this game as they have in other games. I think Sweden will defend well, can attack, can maybe hit them on the break. So I just have a sneaky feeling that Sweden might just edge this. I think I know the first goal is very important in
Yeah,
every
that's
game.
the.
I
I was
totally
going to
accept.
say that's the old cliche. The first goal is crucial.
So that's all. First goal is crucial, but the first goal sets up the entire game. Whether
Yeah,
because if Spain get it, Sweden have to come out a little bit more than they're probably comfortable with. Uh, I think Spain then could hit them on the counter attack and maybe make it 2-0. Like it really set up for a very good game now in Paul in this one. At 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, I believe it's not a bit early, but we'll be up for it. And I think I I just have a fancy feeling. Look, ask me to call it. I think Sweden might experience of playing a big tournaments before. There's a lot of experience in that team. I just have a funny feeling with Sweden being able to take care of the USA and Japan. I think they'll just about edge this one against Spain.
Yeah, I suppose Noel, if you go back a number of years ago in the women's soccer, when it came on the world stage first, the Scandinavian teams were always strong. Sweden were always strong. Norway were always strong. Finland, Denmark. Now Norway seems to have slipped back a small bit now, but Sweden were kind of out of the limelight for a year or two. But they're back in the semi-final again. But the Scandinavian teams are always strong. Now Germany were knocked out of
Yeah,
the group stage this year, which is a bit of a surprise. But I suppose maybe that's just the way it goes. But so Sweden are back in the season. So there would have a history with. So Sweden will not be afraid just because Spain were getting goals in the group stage. That won't frighten Sweden. But then the other side of the coin then is, of course, Spain, as we all know, is a great soccer and football nation. And I presume they have a very strong league with the women's team as well. So they're probably getting organised now. Maybe it took them a few years to catch up with the other teams. They're probably up at full speed now. So that we'll have that natural flair that all Spanish teams have, whether it's club or country.
yeah,
So to me, it's a classic contest. The attacking team going for high scoring games, attacking, scoring goals, and maybe I won't say a defensive team, but a very solid team at the back who will be able to play as well.
yeah,
So it's a classic, the real classic example. And normally they say the team that's solid at the back, the Swedish goalkeeper, and I won't even attempt to pronounce her name, we'll just call her the Swedish goalkeeper. She's very strong, but she's very commanding. And especially in soccer, as I said before, if it was a solid keeper, that spreads confidence throughout the team. And you can see it going through the Swedish team, they trust her, and that's crucial. So I think it could be very close, but I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going to go for Sweden. So just before you move on, I'm going for Sweden to win, maybe in extra time, 1-0. You might even go to penalties, but a close, tight game. I'm expecting Sweden to win 1-0 in extra time. Your final comment?
yeah. I think Spain have probably played the best football, along with Colombia. I thought Colombia were
Yeah.
fantastic in the World Cup as well. I think Spain have probably played the best football. It's just I think Sweden might be able to keep them at bay. I just have a funny feeling. No, if they don't, it's a fair play to Spain if they can get the win against Sweden.